welcome to the U-Boat Workshop, and I hope you've been watching some of my other videos on Martin's models of some of my other U-boats. I hope you've enjoyed that. In any case, this is a U-Boat Workshop where I build a few boats, or have done in the past, and show you what how it all goes on. And I thought I'd like to share with you my new project. Yes, and this is gonna be a big one, a massive boat. And if you follow this, well, there we go. Maybe you haven't got the space to make one yourself, but here we go. So what I'm going to show you now is going to blow your mind. Hopefully it will, anyway. So if we start at the stern end, the important part of the submarine, you need a propeller. And we've just had one made, especially for this particular project. And here it is. Look at that. That's massive. This is a 5-inch scimitar blade, 7-bladed scimitar blade for the next project. Look at that. That's magnificent, isn't it? It's almost a work of art, isn't it? Look at that. That is superb. Anyway, that's what's going to go on the rear end of this particular submarine, and what we're going to be building is this, which is an A26 Viking class submarine, which actually hasn't been built yet as far as I know. It's just on paper. So we thought we'd have a crack at it and see what we can come up with. And it's roughly built loosely around the Nacken class, which you'll be aware of. Same type of hull type shape, cross section, but it's just a whole lot bigger, longer, a little bit of different shape here and there, which we're going to have to do, and obviously a different conning tower and all the rest of it. So what we're going to do in this particular one is just show you the outline of what's going to go on, and then hopefully later on I can show you how we go and what we're going to do. So I've just had some bits of mould delivered along with the propeller, and I'm just going to show you. I've just laid it out what I'm going to do, and in fact what I'm doing is I'm actually got 2 hulls and I'm splitting them in half and joining them together to give you the length of this submarine, which is going to be some 2.1 meters long. But the thing about this is it's got a massive beam on it. So let's just turn the camera around and show you what we'll be looking at. Right, I've had to get down on my hands and knees to show you this, so you get some sort of scale of what we're looking at. But this is what we're looking at, and I've kind of joined it together. Look at the size of this. Wow, this is what you call a submarine. This is the sort of length we're looking at. And I've got to join these 2 molds together to get me the shape, and then I've got to reshape the front and everything else. And what I've done here is I've built myself a cardboard conning tower just to give me some idea what it looks like, and we're going to have to construct that as well. That's going to go on there. But look at that. How the hell am I going to take that down the pond? Well, we don't know. Whoa. So that's what we're going to be looking at, and over the next few weeks I'm going to be joining these 2 molds together and putting in the bulkheads, etc. And we've been pretty busy anyway since I've been waiting for these molds. We've made all these bulkheads out of glass fibre sheet, and they're all going to go in the hull. So we've got all those already made out. A bit of trimming goes on, and we've also made the ballast tank for it, which is this. Which in this particular model, we're not going to have an angle tank or anything like that. This is far too big. So we're going to be using this, which is a ballast tank, which will have a solenoid valve in here, which will release the air to allow the tank to fill up. Now you might have seen this maybe on Bob Martin's channel, which is sort of becoming quite a interesting method of doing these very big submarines, using these type of boxes to contain all the equipment. I call them lunch boxes basically, and that's what we're going to be doing with that. So we're going to have the ballast tank here. Well, this contains, if this fills up with water, this could contain something like 4+ kilos of water, which is well enough to sink this boat. So it'll only need to be filled up to half tanks. And then there'll be an air pump which will actually blast in here and to surface. And as you can see, we put a little float valve in there to prevent the tank from overfilling. But that's going to go inside this submarine, and then the rest of the equipment will be done in these kind of lunchbox arrangements with a big brushless motor. So what we'll do in the next one, if you're interested and you want to see, the next one will show you. I'm going to cut this hull up and join it together using some GRP glass fibre, and then we should have the moulds all ready. Now I haven't decided whether I might actually join the thing together, get in a car, but this is certainly this is going to be a big one. I'm not sure it'll certainly create a stir when we go to the shows anyway, see if we can pull it off anyway. So in the next one, we call it stage 2, shall we? Hopefully we'll show you the completed hulls if we get that far, and maybe we'll get the conning tower done. But keep your eyes open for the next one, and if you're interested in really big submarines, this is definitely going to be one of those. So check it out later.